What is going on, guys? It's your boy Steven here, and today I'm bringing you my NCP Wi-Fi Week 0 battle. I said Week 0 because a lot of us are hyped for the season to start, but we did have a couple weeks since the draft finished. I didn't want to guys leave you with nothing and think I dropped another league of recording because I've done that a lot. So we got a preseason battle for you. It's against my boy Curt the Buzzwole. We don't play him in the regular season, so we figured we might as well mess around, have a little fun. Curt's team is the Brisbane Buzzwole with Lander ST, Komo'o, Salazzle, Yuxi, Registeel, Avalug, Mega Ampharos, Kartana, Tapu Fini, Gourgeist, and the last mon is Kingler. The biggest thing about his team that really is a relief is that his Landers is not a Z user. Komo'o and Kartana definitely both need the Z help, but Lander ST is an absolutely incredible Pokemon with Z moves. It's still a good Pokemon without Z moves, don't get me wrong, but with Z moves, it really just makes that mon crazy hard to deal with. It can be anything. Either way, let's not focus on his team too much. Let's get into mine. First off, we have Sasha, the Shiny Mecha Garchomp. Rough Skin with Earthquake, Hidden Power, Ice, Fire Blast, Draco Meteor. Obviously, it's not Rough Skin after we Mega Evolve. After we Mega Evolve, it's Sand Force, but it's Rough Skin before for an important reason. The EVs I have here, the speed is to outspeed a max speed Tapu Fini, as well as a Komo'o. Special attack being 172 allows us to OHKO a Mega Ampharos with Draco and an Avalug with Fire Blast. That's all the special attack I needed. I didn't want to do any more that I didn't need, but I did want to do a significant amount of special attack. Our attack lets us OHKO to a KO, a physically defensive especially defensive Registeel after leftovers. We don't two-hit KO a physically defensive Registeel. That thing's crazy. But we two-hit KO especially defensive Registeel, which makes a lot more sense versus me, considering I have Rose Raid that he wants to take HP Fires from, Starmie it's a good switch into. Like, it just makes more sense. And it's not like he's doing much to a Mega Garchomp anyway, outside of Ice Punch, but even then, that doesn't OHKO me. So, our EVs got pretty precise with this one. I did calc for like each specific mon, only invested what I needed. That's going to be the theme throughout this season. I'm going to take this pretty seriously. I want to do well. I want to do well for you guys. I want to do well for myself. Draft League has been a thorn in my side recently. I've lost a lot of motivation. I've been playing pretty well, poorly as well. So I just want to prove to myself that I still got it, show you guys that I still got it, and either way, we're taking every game pretty seriously. I still want to have fun, but I do like to win as well. So next up we have Rose Raid, Sage, Technician, Black Sludge, Spikes, Hidden Power Ground, Sludge Bomb Synthesis, Max HP, 140 Speed Def, Calm, 44 Defense, 4 Special Attack, and 68 Speed. The speed is to outspeed a no speed Yuxi, as well as the I think it's outsped a no, it didn't outspeed a max speed Kingler. I thought about that, didn't want it. I wanted a lot of bulk. My bulk is so I never get 2-hit KO'd by Mega Ampharos after Rocks. I also don't get 2-hit KO'd by Yuxi Psychic. I do get 2-hit KO'd by Psyshock though. And I can wall Tapu Fini basically to Oblivion. Spikes are free versus his team. His hazard removal is not the greatest. His best defogger is Fini, which Rose Raid handles very well. Hidden Power Ground is to hit his switch-ins, his better switch-ins at least. His switch-ins are really to this Registeel and Salazzle that both get hit by Hidden Power Ground. A Spadef Registeel isn't going to take that much, but it lets me chip him faster than he'll kill me because I have Synthesis and he only has leftovers. Sludge Bomb is just there for general stab. I wish this thing got Sludge Wave so I could have hit Komo'o, but it does not. So we do get walled by Komo'o. Hidden Power Ground probably does around like 20%, 25%. So we do got to watch out for being set up bait. But that's Rose Raid. Mostly they're just wall Tapu Fini and get up our hazards. Next we have Kaminari, the what's this thing called? Xurkitree, right? Psyche MZ, Beast Boost, Tail Glow, Thunderbolt, Hypnosis, Dazzling Gleam, 68 HP, 164 defense, 196 special attack, 4 speed, and 76 speed. 4 speed def, I'm sorry. The speed is for after the +1 from Z Hypnosis outspeeds a Salazzle, which is the fastest thing on his team. The special attack is basically bare minimum I need to OHKO everything at +3. When I say everything, I mean everything but full health Spadef Registeel, I think it's the only thing on his team that lives a hit, which is why we want our Roserade to get up the spikes to chip that a little bit, as well as maybe get off a hidden power ground or two on it. Spadef Yuxi might live one hit as well, but outside of those two, nothing on his team lives a single hit at +3. Barring we take out his Scarfer, which I'm thinking will be the Kartana, we should be okay. I got real greedy with my special attack investment so I can invest a lot of bulk, which is how I got the 70 HP and the 164 defense. I'm not really afraid of setting up on a lot of his utility mons like Gourgeist, Yuxi. I even can take one hit from like a non-boosted Komodo. I can take a hit or two from Tapu Fini as well. The bulk is really, I hope, going to come in clutch. Next up, we have Flare Bud the Arcanine, Toxic Warning Sun, Burn Up, Fire Spin. Just about max max Fizz Def. The speed is there, so we outsped like a Kartana. Tapu Fini speed creeping and no speed Arcanine, which is I felt pretty likely to happen. So I just threw a little bit of speed in Arcanine just in case. We're Intimidate because this is basically our only Kartana switch in. This is about it. This is just about it. I don't have any real answers to Kartana, so if he's like just a choice banded Kartana, he's taking lives if I don't have this Arcanine around. The moveset is a little jank, but I have a good reasoning behind it. So the main switch into Arcanine, his best one at least, is definitely the Tapu Fini. Komodo can get burned if Misty Train's not up. Yuxi can get toxic if, there's a lot of variables that make a lot of things not the safest switch into Arcanine. His Tapu Fini is the best overall one, so I want to be able to Fire Spin that, trap it, get a little bit of damage, and then I want to go out into my Roserade and threaten more things on his team, or threaten more layers of hazards, because that's his Defogger, and he's not staying in on a Roserade. He's just not going to do it. Also, the Burn Up's there in case I want to stay in versus the Tapu Fini with the Arcanine, just to trap it with the Fire Spin any longer and finish it off. Other than that, Toxic is basically a throwaway move. It's only really there for Yuxi because Yuxi levitates, so it's off the Misty terrain, so I can still get the Toxic off while he cannot Toxic me, T-Wave me, or anything as long as the Misty turns up. Next mon on the team is our Choice Scarf Mindless the Starmie with Psychic, Rapid Spin, Trick, Hydro Pump. 212 speed is faster than a Kartana. Max special attack to hit as hard as we can. And then just these last EVs kind of spread around in bulk a little evenly. Starmie is a really, really solid revenge killer versus his team. Scarf Kartana takes like 80% from Hydro Pump, so that thing just dies. Trick is there for like Yuxi or Registeel if if his Scarfer is gone and I can safely remove my Scarf. I would like to do it onto the Yuxi or the Registeel and really cripple them for maybe circuitry to set up. Rapid Spin is just there in case he does get up like his rocks or anything and I really want to get him away. Maybe to save like Arcanine HP if I still have to deal with Kartana, something like that. I kind of wanted Ice Beam, but I really don't need it because I think I'll be going into Registeel or Yuxi most of the time. And Hydro Pump hits both neutrally. I really didn't want to lock myself into Ice Beam because it really just doesn't do anything to those two. It's basically just our revenge killer. It outspeeds a +1 Komo, a Scarf Landorus, a Scarf Kartana, and it outspeeds like a nasty plot Salazzle that is threatening the rest of my team. Psychic's also there just for stab, mostly to hit like Tapu Fini. Hits Registeel, doesn't hit Registeel, hits like Landorus neutrally. It's a safe click if Landorus is low. I don't have to miss my Hydro Pumps. Last mon on the team, I really didn't know what I wanted for a little bit. I toyed around with Bisharp and Masquerain here. In the end, I just decided on Terrakion. I didn't want to be choice because he has a lot of like good switch-ins to a choiced Terrakion if he predicts right. So I just kind of went Life Orb. His slower speed tiers let me be Adamant Terrakion, which is crazy because Adamant Terrakion just punches holes. I ran Life Orb because I wanted the max damage, but I didn't want to choice myself. Stone Edge, Close Combat, Earthquake, Poison Jab hits just about everything on his team. The only thing I don't hit super effectively is I think like the Landorus and the Komodo, but neither of them switch in on like Landorus doesn't switch in on like double Stone Edge. unless he's like max phys def. And Komodo doesn't switch in on like Life Orb close combat into after a Stone Edge or anything like that. So this thing is a crazy good breaker versus his defense. But other than that, I think my matchup is okay. I don't think it's too great. I think I'm really weak to Komodo. That's why I had to have the Starmie. I think I'm really weak to the Kartana, which is why I had to have the Arcanine. But I do think I have a good win con in Xurkitree and a good two really solid breakers in Garchomp and Terrakion, as well as spike support to help them out in their job. So let's get right into the replay here. So here we got Curt's team. He brought the Mega Amph, the Komodo, the Registeel, the Uxie, the Cortana, Tapu Fini. So no Landers. Landers, I mean, it did okay against my squad. Didn't do great, didn't do terrible. I would say it did more good than bad though. So I'm a little surprised he didn't bring that, but everything else does make sense. Like it's not like he brought something crazy. So let's get right into this one here. Let's full screen this bad boy. There we go. All right. So you know our team, you know our squad. We got the Roserade, the Garchomp, the Zerg, the Starmie, the Arcanine, the Terrakion. Challenged by Pokemon trainer Curt, my boy. Shoutouts to him. He leads with Tapu Fini. I make the safe lead and just lead with my Roserade. It handled basically anything besides the Uxie. And the Uxie lead did make sense, but I wasn't fearing it too much. So we basically get a free turn 1 right here. I'm just going to click my spikes. We do see that we're faster than Tapu Fini, which means my Arcanine is faster than Tapu Fini, which is good because I did want to make sure that happened. He goes for Whirlpool and he misses. I mean, I'm just probably clicking another layer of spikes or a Sludge Bomb or something, and he can just find a switch in. I don't think the Whirlpool mattered too much. I have Black Sludge. It probably would have done about 4 HP of actual damage. We're going to go for a Sludge Bomb, and we're going to poison the Uxie, which is pretty good. It's normal poison over the Toxic on the Arcanine that I would have liked, but it's not a big deal. So he's poisoned. I just kind of stay in to scout what he's going to go for because I didn't want to have to take a U-turn and lose momentum. So I'm going to just get up my second layer of spikes and we're going to see what he goes for. As he does reveal Calm Mind. And now this is a problem because Uxie with a Calm Mind just sits on my team. And I can't safely go Terrakion to break it because obviously his one attacking move will more than likely be a Psychic move. I don't know what the rest of his moves set is at this point, but I don't think he's going to be like T-Wave or anything like that I kind of expected. So I'm going to switch out here and I'm going to go into my Starmie. If I'm assuming his only attack is Psychic, I can do this safely, and I want to trick him this Choice Scarf. I know I really lose a lot of value on Starmie as a revenge killer, but I don't really have an option against this thing. It was a kind of good bring, though I really wasn't thinking about. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go for our trick. He's going to go for Sleep Talk. So as soon as he wakes up, he's basically useless. So he's got 2 turns to get, hopefully, a whatever move he's carrying. He's carrying the Psyshock, but I think the first time he rolls Rest right here, and I'm just going to click Hydro Pump. As his terrain runs out. So I'm going to click Hydro Pump. I'm going to miss. He's going to go for his second Sleep Talk, and he's going to show off the Psyshock, I believe. Yes. So we know his 4 moves are Calm Mind, Rest Talk, Psyshock. He can't really hurt the Starmie too much, but I can't really touch him either. However, he's tricked. So as soon as he wakes up, he actually can't click a move on me anymore, which is, you know, I guess okay in the end. It really was a good set against me. Either way, I'm clicking my Hydro Pump. He's going to switch out, and we get an Analytic Max Special Attack Hydro Pump off on this Registeel. Some pretty good damage. I didn't really calc to see if it was max physical defense or special defense because it was low, and I was happy with that. I'm going to go hard into my Arcanine, predicting these rocks on the next turn, mostly to get my Fire Spin off and hopefully trap either this and I kill it, or he goes Tapu Fini and I get to go Roserade somewhere. So we're going to get the Intimidate, but he has Clear Body, not going to really matter, and he does click his Stealth Rex. So it's good we got Arcanine in before we lost 25% of our health. He's going to get some leftovers, and I'm going to click my Fire Spin this turn for sure. I'm going to hit, and we're going to trap this Registeel, and he's going to reveal Iron Defense. I don't really know what set. I mean, maybe he was going for Iron Defense on the Arcanine, And if I had Flare Blitz, he could have effectively walled me. But I don't have Flare Blitz. I have Burn Up. So we're going to smack this Registeel next turn. He can't switch out. He can't do anything to avoid it. So Burn Up it is. We're also going to remove our Fire typing for the Tapu Fini. Now, if you guys remember, I did say the Arcanine was potential Komodo setup bait. In comes the Komodo. So my play here is just to get off a Toxic, and then next play go for Fire Spin, and we're going to try to rack up as much damage as we can on this Komodo. He's going to go for his ult Totemize, so he outspeeds my whole team, especially now that I tricked my Scarf off of Starmie. So we're going to go for Toxic, we're going to miss. It's really, really shitty that we missed that Toxic. He's going to go for Clanging Scales. He's going to smack up the Arcanine, bring us down to about 60 HP. He's going to lose some defense. And I'm going to click Fire Spin just for some damage. This was a bad play considering I switch out next turn. A really bad play. Toxic was always the better play there. But we're going to get off a little damage. We also saw that he was Life Orb, so we might have a way out of this if we sack properly. So I go into Terrakion knowing that I always live one Life Orb Clanging Scales. That's the move. So we're going to come in and we're going to burn 2 Life Orb turns. In theory, right? Because I get crit. So that's 1 more Life Orb turn he gets to save, 10 more %. He's under half now. We're going to go into Rose Raid because I should live 1 hit on my almost max special defense Rose Raid. Komodo's not that strong. So we're going to go in, we're going to take this Clanging Scales, and we should be able to get off an Infinite Ground. We get crit again, 2 in a row. But we do live on 5 HP. We're going to get off our Hidden Power Ground. It's going to do enough. Enough to kill him next turn. Now, if I didn't lose my track into a crit, I might have been able to, like, synthesis and do some cheeky stuff. But it's not the worst. It's not the end of the world. We still have our win con. The Komodo, which was a massive threat, is now gone. So he's going to go into Ampharos, and I went into my Xurkitree. So I'm going to click my Z Hypnosis here. I know he can't OHKO me with anything. Even Modest Dragon Pulse does not do it, thanks to my bulk. So I'm going to go ahead and click my Z Hypnosis, hopefully put this thing to sleep, get my tail going the next turn, and the game is over. In theory, right? We know how well that's worked so far because of those crits. So we're going to click our Z Hypnosis here. You're going to see this big brain animation. And Kaminari is going to boost his speed using his Z power. And he's going to click this Hypnosis, and we miss. We miss our Hypnosis. As he goes for the agility. So he outspeeds me now. And we missed our sleep, and we're not +3. And it's looking not good. So he's going to click Dragon Pulse. He's going to do a lot. A lot. We're going to live on like 8 HP. Exactly. We're going to click our Hypnosis again. It was my only play, and we do hit. So we're 1 for 2 in Hypnosis. Thank God. If I would have missed second Hypnosis, this game was over. But we hit. So now we have a turn of Guaranteed Sleep, which is this one, to get our Tail Glow up. We need this Tail Glow because if we went for 2 Dazzling Gleams, I wouldn't be strong enough to OHKO the Uxie. So we have to click our Tail Glow, and we need another sleep turn. And he stays asleep, and I'm going to click Dazzling Gleam. We're going to kill this Ampharos, and then we are at +4. We are a +4 Xurkitree right now with +1 speed. Ready to go, primed, ready to go, as long as he's not Scarf Cart. He goes Uxie first, because I tricked him in Choice Scarf, and we just have to pray that Scarf Uxie is not faster than us. He's not. We Thunderbolt this thing at +4, and this Uxie is gone. Goodbye. So now we're at +5 Kartana, and he's going to go +5 Kartana. We're a +5 Xurkitree. We're the best Ultra Beast around here. He's going to go into Cart. At that point, I knew since he didn't go into Cart first, he was definitely not Scarf Kartana. So we're just going to click our Thunderbolt. We're going to claim this Kartana. And now we're what, +5? No, we're +6 now. The only mon he has left is Tapu Fini to take this +6 Thunderbolt. So it's looking good. It's looking good. He's going to go out into this Tapu Fini. He's going to take these spikes. And then he's going to take a +6 Thunderbolt. It was a weird game, especially because I missed my Toxic, so I had to sack like my whole team to the Komodo and got crit by it twice, and I lived both hits. But either way, Zergotier brings it back, and we defeat my boy Kurt. Good games to him. After the battle, there was some confusion on that tail glow. He thought I was being a little disrespectful with it. I promise I wasn't. If I killed the Ampharos with 2 Gleams at +1, I didn't OHKO the Yuxi. I had to be +3 to OHKO the rest of the team. It was not like a style setup. It was purely by win con. We're going to take, what was that, a 4-0 victory over my man Kurt. And, I mean, we're going to win the preseason game, but it doesn't really matter. I'll see you guys back here for week 1 when, hopefully, we land our Toxics, we land our Z-Hypnosises, and we do not get crit and actually get a win that matters. Catch you guys then. Peace.